Hello. It's finally time to see the Xbox showcase after so long. I wanted to wait until the countdown got to 1 because apparently they were going to do a pre-show. Hopefully there's going to be a lot of things that I wasn't expecting because this is definitely going to be a big deal today. I also wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. And as you can clearly see, I don't have the chat open because it's going crazy. But in any case, I hope whoever is interested manages to get all the information that they need and they enjoy their Venturous experience with this. Alright, what do they got for us? Good to see that there's warnings here. Really? Alright then, I'm already excited. Okay, what is this? Oh, obviously Call of Duty. I saw this elsewhere on social media. They're promoting the hell out of this. And my relationship with Call of Duty, I don't have all of the installments, but I do feel that the franchise definitely has come a long way, and I understand why it still has a lot of fans, but if Activision wants me to continue playing Call of Duty, they need to fix the security vulnerabilities because it's been really terrible.
The Soviet Union is no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest.
It's very interesting how they're able to fictionalize a lot of events in the game while also having real events in the game, as they've done with many other entries.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on.
Yeah, what is going on?
Something big.
It's always something big. This is goddamn Black Ops. What do you think?
If I stuck around hell long enough, I see the devil. How's he look?
Oh, that guy from the previous game is back. I still haven't played the remakes of Modern Warfare.
We're being hunted from the inside.
See, the story is usually interesting, but when it comes down to it, all they really care about is multiplayer.
Some you should see.
There's always something to see.
Don't trust anyone.
Of course, you never know who's working for the other team on the inside. Lies, betrayal, conflict, all the above.
Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Of course, I called it. See, all of the cinematics and stuff, that looks fine. But again, when the story is finished, all they really care about is multiplayer. And then that's when you can start realizing that almost nothing has changed. See, the presentation always looks fine, but at the end of the day, there's features that come and go in every installment.
You just got a first look at the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while till I get it.
After the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems.
Of course.
It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision.
Yeah, they're controversial.
After the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Yeah, I've got a lot to say about that.
Deep dive into the story, at multiplayer, and zombies.
Okay.
It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show. It's been even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time.
Yeah, no shit.
Everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch.
Interesting.
There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month.
I haven't.
Hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
Well, that's nice.
Where you choose to play, everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th.
Well, that's nice.
I'm incredibly excited for today's show.
Good. So am I.
Thinking about all the passion that has gone into making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the latest efforts from our partners around the world and from our own creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Game Studios.
That's it?
Who are doing what I believe is some of their best work ever.
I hope.
And now I get to introduce something that is special to me.
Tell me.
Someone who has played games for as long as I have. It's amazing that I get to set up this world premiere.
Really?
Thank you all for joining us, and please enjoy the show.
Okay, I'll try my best to enjoy the show. I like Xbox, so why not? But it's definitely going to be difficult with Call of Duty, but I'll get to that later. What have they got for us? Before he became a hero. Interesting. What could this be? This seems very questionable. Talking about a character that was before they were a king and such. Who could it be? Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Is that Doom Guy? Or is that Doom Guy? I almost thought it was Wolfenstein. I almost thought that it was BJ. Yeah, this is definitely Doom. Yep, this has to be Doom. I recognize the format here. Yep, I called it. It seems like Doom is going into the Vikings era. Well, you know, a different time period. Alright, that looks cool. That looks awesome. And I still don't have Doom 2016 or Eternal yet. I wonder if they're gonna have the games on sale as this is going on. Like, if this is supposed to take place at a different time period before, you know, the original events of Doom, assuming that's what they're doing, then they've got a lot of explaining to do, because that's a big deal. Because Doom Guy is, well, I mean, we didn't have the same protagonist by the time you got to Doom 3, but that's another story. Okay, Doom the Dark Ages. Okay, I'm interested, but I still gotta get Doom 2016 and Eternal. I mean, my Doom marathon stopped at Doom 3, so I got a long way to go. But okay, that's cool. What's next?
Who were you before?
I'm gonna assume that this is State of Decay 3. I'm just calling it before it shows up. I just have that feeling.
It's too late to ask now. We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. You helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us.
I mean, it's gonna be a while until there's a Last of Us Part 3, so gotta take what you can get with Xbox.
And each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
Like, imagine for a moment that there was a Walking Dead game like this.
For survivors, just one more day.
I mean, I know that there's been plenty of them already, but not like this, you know.
It would always be worth it.
Yeah, use that machete. We're going in a third-person perspective that's more enhanced now. Okay.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going, to fight on.
It's nice to know that the violence has some impact here. Yeah, you're gonna need to use a special weapon for that. A rifle definitely helps. Good job. Why is she just standing there with the goddamn handgun? Move out of the way. See, that guy didn't have to die. All they needed to do was keep distance. See, in this situation, use a rifle and explosives to get rid of the zombies. That guy died for nothing. Great job, morons. Well, finally, the backup has arrived. The getaway driver. Yeah, that definitely wasn't gonna be enough. They should have just started sniping all the zombies and they wouldn't have to worry about them being there. What the fuck? Oh, look at that. A giant one. There's always a giant one. There's always a giant zombie. Why are you guys just standing there as it's coming towards you? Go the fuck back, have some distance, and then shoot it from afar with something.
No one is forgotten.
Well, hopefully the other guy isn't forgotten. I mean, you got a big shrine to all the people that died, or mural if you know. Okay, so I called it. Alright, what's the next game? Electronic Arts. BioWare. Interesting combination.
Not looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you and me.
So he's got time for a drink while he's doing all this? Okay.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
And someone to bring a little darkness into the daylight.
What the fuck?
We're going into the Fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah, someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
There seems to be a lot of things standing between you guys already, so...
You know there will be dragons.
I don't think it's just the dragons you have to worry about.
We'll need someone with fire in their blood.
I'm going to assume that this is an RPG game, because it seems like it. There's so many characters to follow.
Someone we can count on.
I think you all have to count on each other, since you're calling out so many people you need. Okay, that was clever. Okay, who's this? A guy in purple. Who's that? I mean, there's one dragon. Ah, Dragon Age. Right. I need to confess that I don't have all the Dragon Age entries. Okay, what's next from the same studio? We chase dreams and embrace shadows. What a quote.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin.
Okay, elaborate further.
Something is not right.
Of course, it's in space, and certain things just don't go right. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's Dead Space, because it's not Dead Space 2. I don't see Isaac anywhere, and it would be weird to say that it's Prey 2, because, well, we already know what happened with that. Okay, tell me more.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
I'm assuming that she's the villain?
In the home of House Maroon, your fate will be decided by the Great Serpent.
Okay.
Feel its embrace encircling your heart, restricting until there is no more you. Only us.
What's us, exactly? What's this entity that's going on out here? Seems very trippy. Oh, come on. I thought this was an entirely new game, but no, it's an expansion to Starfield. Okay.
We have a proposal for you.
I guess I should have known just by looking at it.
Wish you the best of luck.
I mean, I don't have Starfield yet, so, you know, it's gonna be a while until I actually experience this expansion. I'm willing to wait, but this is so sudden. But, alright, interesting. What's next? Alright, same studio. This is gonna be a long presentation from them.
Vaultathon 76.
Alright, this is definitely Fallout content. And on that note, I have to say that I have at least half of the Fallout entries except Fallout 4. 76 can go fuck itself because I don't understand why the hell they had to release it the way it was at launch. It might be improved now, and I put that in quotations, improved, but it's never gonna be enough. Okay, so this is in-game footage of what is obviously a Fallout expansion. See? It even says it right there.
And the over 17 million Vault dwellers already on board.
I'm not one of them.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center.
Vault 76 is a growing community.
Yeah, of course. Surprisingly.
Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63. The greatest scientific minds are hard at work, cooking up shocking new ways to protect and preserve this Appalachian.
They look like they're still in hell.
Is a stunning portrait of Mother Nature in repose. From the picturesque Shenandoah National Park to its majestic wildlife.
Majestic wildlife. Yeah, they're wild indeed.
And don't forget to bring home a souvenir or two.
Yeah, lots of guns. funds.
Started dropping. Don't come a-knocking. Call now to reserve your place in Vault 76.
Why?
Well, I suppose having skin is not for everyone. Best of luck out there.
Yeah, assuming that I actually ever play Fallout 76, I would prefer the game being free to play. That way it would be easier to play this shit. We're gonna be getting a lot of advertisements from these same companies, so fuck it. I wanna see how far they take it.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year.
Wait a minute.
And every one of that age, and every year, an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission. Destroy the paintress, so she can never paint death again.
Alright, I think it's gonna surprise me. I think this is a new game because I initially thought this was BioShock based on the presentation.
This world is full of wonders.
Seems like we've got two protagonists to use. Oh, so it's an RPG, and you play as different characters like it's Final Fantasy, and Scarlet Nexus, and whatever else that has the same format. Okay, that's new. You know, at least from the studio, in terms of this presentation.
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after, right?
So is this like a rogue game where every decision counts? If characters die along the way, leave behind a memory, and then somebody comes around and takes their place? I'm just saying. Yeah, we'll see if I play it someday. I never use Game Pass as much. Alright, what's the next one?
Do you think there's a chance my mom's still alive?
If your mom's anything like you here, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
Yeah, I think I recognized this from one of the previous showcases where they shared this.
Never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
Who wouldn't freak out by seeing a giant fish talking to them?
That's two-toed Tom. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
Interesting frame rate that they chose.
You said you helped me find my mom.
I ain't have the disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
I mean, you can't be a gator snack when you're that fucking big.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You want to make him come running?
Tom can't abide the sound of the bell. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
I don't think anybody could see that thing skedaddle. I don't even think it could fucking do it itself when it's that fucking big.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Did you just call it a trifling ass mudcat? What the fuck? That was one of the most random fucking things I've ever heard a character say on screen. Trifling ass mudkip. What the fuck? I can't get over that. What the fuck?
That floating eye is the gator?
Well, I think you should know what a gator looks like. It's not that difficult to distinguish what a fucking gator is to a mudkip.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, what the hell is this? That doesn't look like a gator. That looks like a monster. Okay, so apparently she has the ability to fight these things. I guess I should have seen that coming. So much for a battle. It's so weak. Unless, you know, they're playing this on easy mode and her power-ups are all the way up.
Alright, time to find that church.
There's a church out here in the middle of this fucking place? That's surprising. There's no way it could be in good shape with all these things running around.
There it is. Now to get over there.
That's supposed to be the church? How big is it? Oh, as I suspected, it's all fucked up. And there's somebody in there. What is with this goddamn change with the frame rate? It switches from 60 to 15 fucking frames. Oh my god.
What the hell?
What is going on? Okay, there's the alligator. Or gator, as she likes to say. Look, I know this is supposed to take place in Louisiana, or just whatever the fuck else in the South. Okay. That was very weird. It didn't really tell me much about the story, but okay. Trifling ass mudkip. I can't get over that. I'm gonna still talk about that. That's so funny. Alright, Blizzard, what do you have for us? More updates for your games that you were gonna ask us to have cell phones for?
In darkness, she slumbers and dreams.
And who would that be? That guy's got a big fucking nose.
And for countless generations.
Ooh, she looks sexy. She's pretty too.
To defend her, they faced monsters.
Yeah, clearly there's monsters. There's a lot of people with superpowers.
Beasts.
Yes, there's always gonna be a beast. There's always gonna be a dragon. Wait, is this World of Warcraft?
Amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant shores.
We will never be slain!
Easier said than done, but sure.
And space, their courage never faltered, even upon the very threshold of death. While new hope...
I've been seeing a lot of dragons in this presentation, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Battle draws near. Now, in the darkness, at the very...
Okay, Dr. Robotnik, you're too close to the screen.
The drums of war thunder once again. And Azeroth, at last, awakens the world's soul. So long denied me shall be mine.
Oh no, the destruction of a planet. That's not good. See, I knew it. I knew it was goddamn World of Warcraft. I have not started my journey with World of Warcraft, I must say. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a very long while. But that's nice to know that they're releasing something new for it. Konami! Oh my god, they're talking about Metal Gear!
Approaching Soviet airspace.
Oh my god.
Jack, your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. I'm shocked this is happening.
Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Bullshit. Not until it's on PC.
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Real one-man army.
Okay, the question is, did they actually reuse the original voice clips that they had in the original game, and along with maybe using new ones? I'm very curious because it's a big deal to remake this game. They tried this shit with pachinko machines, but I'm curious on how much they actually kept. And I also want to know how much they actually changed, because this has a lot of potential. Kojima could have done this himself, but unfortunately he's not involved with Konami anymore. Like, I want to know more. I want to know what they've... Oh my god. So that's what the boss looks like in this game now? I gotta see everybody else. I gotta see everybody else.
Commencing Virtuous mission now.
I mean, this is a big deal. You can't just make a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 and expect nobody to not question anything. I'm intrigued still, but I have to know more. What evil awakened? A pirate. A dead captain pirate. What? I don't even know what this game is, but so far I can see that it gives some people the interest to play as a villain. So you play as pirates. Didn't we already have a game that's like this already at this time? Are they trying to make another game that does everything that Sea of Thieves failed to do? Because we're not getting a Pirates of the Caribbean game. Okay. Sea of Thieves. Right, okay, right. I called it.
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. As long as Oo is free, your world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
I don't even know her story. I need to know more about this. What is it? Apparently she's on a long mission to kill somebody, but I need more context. Okay, so apparently she's got a buddy that allows her to fly through the air. They can merge into each other. Ah, right. Souls-Light. Another goddamn Souls-Light game. Wonderful. Just what we need. Another one. And I mean that very sarcastically. God. You know, the Souls-Light thing, it's been overplayed. They really need to just make things not like that anymore for a while. Especially for ideas that don't need it. Those kind of games, I mean, come on. Not every game needs to be that. You can still have a good story without it.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind.
Is this Civilization? I don't know if it's going to be more content that they're talking about, or maybe actually the new installment.
Rulers of the Greeks and the Norse.
Maybe it's a new game.
Egyptians and the Atlanteans.
We created mankind to fight for our glory.
Yeah, everybody was fighting for land that they didn't own unless somebody decided to capitalize off of it.
Command beastly chaos.
Oh look, another dragon. This whole fucking showcase is filled with dragons.
Destruction.
And unleash our fury.
Worship me. Claim my power.
And legend
will be yours.
I mean, all it is just creating chaos. Is that Groot? I'm kidding. Asia mythology retold. Huh, that was surprising. I thought it was Civilization, honestly. Okay, what a surprise.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
Okay, somebody else is coming out of a plane for a secret mission.
I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission.
What have your other missions been like?
I was wrong.
Wait. I don't want to say this is Perfect Dark, but...
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Yeah, just try not to make yourself noticed by anybody that wants to attack.
What readings are you getting?
We are getting odd readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
When the life we think we know turns out to be a lie, there's only one way forward.
Yeah, just keep going forward.
Scan's clear. I'm going in blind.
Carrington!
Damn it!
Why would you just immediately say something?
Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical.
Isn't it always? Of course it wasn't gonna be that easy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, so it was a setup?
I could use someone with your skills.
Well, that's one hell of a way to die. So much for a stealth mission.
I had to lose everything before I could see what this world was really hiding.
Okay, is she being controlled or something?
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
I mean, did she ever have a choice? I didn't realize I called it. Okay, Perfect Dark it is. Wow, they really took Perfect Dark into a different direction. That's one hell of a direction. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Agent Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions.
Yeah, like Metal Gear and Splinter Cell and Siphon Filter.
At the Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique, and I'm incredibly proud of our games and our teams. They are building a diverse lineup of titles, which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Ages.
I'm interested in that.
Updates and expansions to our ongoing games. World of Warcraft.
Never started that yet. We'll see.
Handcrafted original concepts like South of
that seems a little questionable.
Blockbuster games with massive audiences like Call of Duty, Black Ops.
Haven't started that because there's so many other games.
Creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, and Xbox Game Studios. We thank you.
Notice how they didn't mention Konami.
And we look forward to getting their ambitious games in your hands.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's one of the most enduring and beloved series.
I was thinking about that game.
We're thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story.
Well, I haven't started it yet, except for a demo for one of the games. See, I only started with the demo for Diablo 3, and I haven't gone any further from there. There's so many more things about the Diablo series that I've yet to start with. It's gonna be a while. I mean, I have yet to ever get the other installments. Yeah, this seems like something else.
Oi, young one, are you alright?
She doesn't look well.
Please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me! Nayrel, is that how I raised you?
The fuck?
But I must carry this burden.
What
alone.
burden?
Must get to Akarat's tomb. But look at you. You're killing yourself. I don't know how much longer I can. I'm here.
Yeah, she can see you. She's hallucinating.
I missed you so much. I'm so proud of you. But now I need you to give up.
Well, that was too good to be true.
No! Of course it's you! You monster! Let go of me! No, you made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
What the fuck? Well, that looks awful.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use...
What happened to the other guy? What, did he just get fucking consumed? Oh, yeah, he did. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess along her journey, anybody that's with her, and she has a stone, and she has those freakouts, they die. Like, why even bring him along if that's what's going to happen? But okay, Diablo 4 it is, with the expansion. That could have been an original game, but oh well.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you?
Oh, here we go.
Come to the right place.
I know what this is.
Tell you all about them, then perhaps the greatest hero of them all. Yeah, there he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
This has to be Fable. This has to be Fable. It has to be. Because this feels... Yep, yes, I called it. Did they change her face? Or did they just, continue where they left off? Yep, same fucking face. Last time they tried to use a celebrity to promote this shit, and they started talking about goddamn sandwiches.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, and that really stays with you.
I mean, we're mostly singing it about her than you, so what the fuck?
Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. You know what it's like when you're young, you have a point to prove. I tell you, This kid, she had it all. Skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, alright. She was terrifying.
What do you mean, just she? Does it have to be her, though? Okay, so they know each other. But seriously, does it have to just be her? Like, are you telling me that we can't create our own character?
This place, and no one is going to stand in my way.
They're very confident about this game, but still, there's certain things to question. But we'll see how it turns out. The previous complaints are justified, though. Okay, already starting off colorful. Is this Overwatch or something else? What? So from what I can tell, that there's cards involved, and they seem to have an impact on how the game is pursued. Now the question is this actually balanced and fun? Oh god. I have questions. Okay, hopefully this is something that's actually original and interesting. Well, I guess I got what I asked for.
I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins. Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her.
That's a lot of steps you're taking.
I will make the tree stump a cozy home again, no matter what it takes, and no matter how hard it gets. I will fight and find meaning and beauty out here. Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't stand a chance. Maybe so, but I must keep believing that every winter leads to spring. Fancy, finally! No!
Well then, it doesn't seem like the most exciting thing to me, but I can see that there's probably going to be people who might be interested in that. Might break some hearts along the way.
My mixtapes bend others to my will. It's a strange, almost cosmic talent.
Wait, haven't I seen this trailer before? About 4 friends, they were driving in a car.
Summers lasted forever when friendships were unbreakable and any trouble was good trouble.
This year, I want to ride a flaming stallion of delinquency.
Yes!
What's your name again?
From Beethoven and Dinosaur comes an adventure, a lifetime in the making. Experience the freedom of the teenage wasteland, sneaking out, making out, avoiding the law, and maybe something a little more.
Really?
Hey, can I stand up?
Yeah, little Rockford, go nuts!
Set to the soundtrack of a generation.
Yeah, the 80s, obviously.
What are we gonna think of ourselves in 10 years?
I'll just remember to tell myself it felt important at the time.
Your greatest memories are stored in music. You're invited to go back in mixtape.
There have been noise complaints.
Okay, I'm a bit interested. Yeah, could be cool. Probably get PC port on Steam or something. Is this Microsoft Flight Simulator or something? Yep, I knew it, and I never started the game. And I know that if I tried to download it, it'd be tons of fucking gigabytes and hours upon hours me trying to play it. I mean, the way you really think about it, it's legitimately the only way people can travel the world if they don't have the resources. If they don't have enough money, because most plane rides, they cost like, what, to $1,000 or so, depending on where you are in the world. And depending on where you want to go, you have to worry about the weather, you got to worry about the time of you being able to get there, and so on. Oh, especially the hours. Yes, the hours of the flights. But yeah, this is legitimately the only way anybody could be, quote-unquote, traveling the world, because the whole game is an entire recreation of everything. But in this case, you're being the pilot and so on. This is like Grand Theft Auto, but mostly with doing social working jobs. Like, holy shit. The details, the amount of work that went into this. I could see why it has a lot of fans, but this is definitely not something I could pay hundreds of dollars for. I would never. I would definitely have to use Game Pass for this or something. This is very ballsy to have a game like this, knowing that there's a lot of DLC that comes with it. But yeah, I understand. It has a lot of fans. First place I'd probably do is Japan or something. Alright, here we go. Let's see what they've got now. Are we going to see Elder Scrolls 6? Elder Scrolls Online, I haven't started that yet. There's a lot of Elder Scrolls games that I haven't started yet, actually. I don't even have Skyrim in my library yet. But when I do, guarantee you, I'm going to make sure that I get some mods installed, if you know what I mean. I could probably start with Elder Scrolls Online, but if I do that, I just don't feel like it's going to be the same experience with starting with Oblivion and stuff. Although, for the most part, starting from the beginning will require me to start a whole marathon, and it's probably going to be hours of work. We'll see. Yeah, I'd have to be very wary if I'm going to be doing this online, because again, RPGs, they require you to stockpile items and level up and shit. Yeah, I would definitely do things differently with this.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Alright, somebody has superpowers again, and it's from Square Enix. What could this be?
2 nights ago, I found my friend's body in the woods.
That's unfortunate. So I guess this is the way that she starts using her superpowers for revenge and stuff.
Who I can trust.
Nobody.
Or who trusts me.
Nobody.
My friend Safi is dead.
Oh, okay. So these are the people behind that series.
Can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline.
So is this a new Life is Strange game, or is it something similar? Because it looks like it.
Every step, and only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on, parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Safi if I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
That sounds like it's going to be complicated. You know, they should have done this before. Double exposure. Interesting title. But seriously, they should have had the original protagonist return again in the 3rd game and stuff instead of having these new people. I'm just saying, her friend was fine, but the other people, no. Just no.
Are you sure you want to investigate these, Indy?
Can't let this go.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
I did not expect a first-person Indiana Jones game. They could have had this in VR, but instead it's not.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air! We have to find the stones, Gina, or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
I intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Our boss is sending all of his men.
Yeah, this is going to be the Uncharted game that Xbox has meaning to make for a long time.
Let's get a closer look.
Surprising that Troy Baker is playing as Indiana Jones.
What's that in his hands?
Something important, probably.
What does it say?
Earth something.
Why don't you just kick it out of his hands? It's frozen solid. There we go.
Hey, ciao.
Hey!
So that's one hell of a way to introduce yourself.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes!
I think he'll survive that. He's been through worse.
You're this dreadful mountain, even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand!
Come on, Indiana. Brainstorm.
And absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons.
The fuck? Okay, your turn to hit him now.
You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer.
I mean, he just humiliated himself right in front of Indiana Jones. He's not really helping in what he's saying.
Give me that stone. No!
Can't give you what I don't have.
You're not even fucking frisking him for it.
Bob's to make sure!
This guy's a fucking moron.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
Literally, he did not frisk him for anything. Of course. And yes, this causes a goddamn avalanche.
We gotta get out of here.
Help me!
Grab the stone! The stone!
Go, grab it.
Gina! Haltet sie auf! Erschießt sie!
Of course they're gonna miss.
Hab dich.
Well, he's fucked. Well, that's that for now, until they come back later. Time to grab onto something. Yeah, I'm very surprised that this is in first person, because they could have put this in third person, even optionally, and it still would have probably been very successful. All right, they've got my attention. I'm intrigued to play this. Definitely will get it on PC far into the future. Is this a Gundam game? This will be the second time I mention anything about Gundam. Or maybe it's the mecha game that I looked at the last time at the State of Play. See, this is the same game that I was talking about last time at the State of Play. A beta. There's always a beta.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you.
Well, it already seems like a monster is there.
But over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
What humanity is in that thing? Please don't be a Souls-like game. Please don't be. There's enough of that shit. I really hope this is not another Souls-like game. We don't need any more of those. At least not for now.
I should know. It runs in my blood.
Nothing is forever. Okay. Again, I hope it's not another Souls-like game because they've been promoting too many of those.
Come, Your emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future. They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries, tend to its purpose, no matter how wild, and become what the living lands truly needs, its protector.
Well, obviously, I'm going to be choosing the side that allows me to be the protagonist of the story that's not totally evil. Seems a little interesting. Another world premiere. Hopefully it's something new. Rebellion. What do they have for us this time? Is this another sniper game? I have a feeling it's another sniper game. It has to be. Yep, I can tell. It's another sniper installment. More specifically, Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite looks different now. Unless, of course, this is something else. Because I know damn well this isn't Wolfenstein, even though they could have easily made one. Even though this isn't the company that makes Wolfenstein games. Atomfall. Okay, it seems like a combination of ideas. Interesting. I'm intrigued.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather?
No.
War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
Of course. War is hell.
Fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war.
They don't really care about peace, though, so.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now.
Wait a minute.
Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
I don't want to say that this is Assassin's Creed. I really don't. Oh, God. It's the new Assassin's Creed game. Oh, this is so going to be controversial. Personally, what I believe is that if they're going to make another game that obviously is supposed to take elements of what happens in reality and mix it with fictionalized events, that they shouldn't say that everything is 100% factual. This particular individual was one hell of a bold choice. I honestly don't believe they should have used him for this game. They should have had an entirely original protagonist like they've done before, instead of trying to use an actual human being with history that could easily be debated for the whole fucking premise of this game. Because all now is that it's going to be very divisive to everybody. Now it's just going to be controversial all the time. Fucking idiots. And I still got to get to the other games. Ukraine. What could this be?
Скіфе, радий тебе бачити, друже. Валимо звідси.
Wait, is this Stalker? I'm just saying.
Ви тільки погляньте на це. Рай, чарівний край.
This is a very random time to sing.
Жива.
What's alive? Something tells me that this is Stalker. I mean, it already seems interesting, but I haven't gotten the other Stalker games. I've gotten Fear games, but not the Stalker games. Come on, kick his ass.
Зараз час такий, час можливостей.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс?
Зона така, якою бачиш її ти. Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу.
See, I knew it. I called it. I would like to know more about the story, but I understand that it makes more sense if you played the first installment and stuff, so yeah. I feel like a little more of that could have been helping. Oh, look who it is. President of Xbox.
Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world.
Yeah, some of them are very amazing.
From the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. We are introducing a new all-digital Series X.
Seriously, an all-digital Series X?
Offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios and Game Pass at launch. Into the future with our commitment to game preservation.
Yeah, backwards compatibility is very important.
And empowering you to play your games anywhere you want on Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud. This is what defines Xbox today and in the future. And we're hard at work on the next generation.
Hopefully.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins.
I'll definitely watch all that.
For an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
What's the last thing you guys saved? Because I'm going to be saving everything that I want to say about Xbox and so on right after that. Gears of War is back! Oh no, Marcus Phoenix is getting the shit beaten out of him. I still don't have Gears of War 4 or 5. I did, however, recently get Gears of War 3, like months ago, but I'm gonna save all that for a full Let's Play of the other games in a marathon. Come on, Marcus, kick their asses! And he seems very youthful here, so I'm unsure if maybe this is a remake of the other games, or maybe it's a continuation of Gears 5. Or unless it's another character, you know, his son. Yeah, take that locust out. Wait a minute. I think that's... Yeah. Okay, that was my first time seeing him like that. They almost had me fooled there for a moment. Gears of War, E-Day. Okay, is this going to tell us all the events that happened before he got imprisoned in the first game? Because they told us about how he went through the whole war, and then apparently something went to shit, and then he got imprisoned for it. And then until he got let out. Oh, I'm definitely intrigued for that, but I gotta get an updated Xbox for this shit. Alright, now it's time for Call of Duty. Okay, let's see this whole presentation of Call of Duty and see where they take this, because there's so many questions that I have about this whole game. As I've said earlier, all they care about is multiplayer, and the story mostly comes second. And even if they say it comes first, it's not the main focus when they care about multiplayer. What's new? Because I still gotta get the other games. And I haven't been playing Call of Duty because of the goddamn security vulnerabilities.
We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game.
Really?
I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
All right, time to elaborate then. I want to know exactly how far they're taking this.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government.
Yeah, but things are fictionalized too.
And forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Yeah, it's mostly been the same thing.
Multiplayer is
See? Same shit.
with a brand new Omni movement system. New way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero.
Aren't you always running around like an action hero in these games?
Absolutely back, better than ever. And you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Yeah, please, explain further. Notice how they're not even talking about the story yet. They're mostly talking about multiplayer and zombies.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
Well, I mean, haven't we had that before?
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real.
Isn't that like the others?
The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Okay, chronologically speaking, it's after the other Black Ops game, right?
The rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story.
I mean, how much bolder could they be with these?
We see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency.
Good to know.
Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Isn't that like that always, like enemy of the state?
They have to build their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dima, a mysterious assassin.
Well, that's one hell of a choice.
These former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
Wow, isn't that unsurprising?
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace.
Yeah, I've heard this stuff before.
And immerse them in vastly different experiences.
Yeah, no different than the other games.
Giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
Wow, if only they did that shit before, not waited until this installment. Interesting, but still, that could have really helped years ago.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign.
Really? Actual variety?
So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
line them up right, you can take them both out with one shot.
Well, in terms of how our enemy combatants behave, your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Well, that's bold.
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. Opulent casino in Southern Europe, it's unlike any past mission.
Is it though?
And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
Interesting timing. I bet some people are going to be very pleased about that.
Brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stim, Homing Knife, Disruptor.
All this stuff would be used in multiplayer thoroughly.
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War.
Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't fucking played it yet.
We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s.
That happens.
A lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Well, that could help. See, if I played the other games, it would have had more impact.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode.
I mean, how could they not be?
Every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty.
Innovation.
We're redefining movement across the entire game.
Ooh, really? Elaborate.
Players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero.
Is that so?
New global system we call OmniMove.
Very fancy.
The ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
Man, if only they did that before.
With you can't do this thing, why? Realize people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on the ground movement and everything else chaining together.
So you got classic and new movement. Okay.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
We'll see about that. We'll see how players use it in multiplayer.
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's gonna dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner.
Haven't we seen this before?
It'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We're constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Yeah, well, hopefully it pays off. Some of these features should have already been in other games.
Our team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in.
Nice to know. There's attention to detail. But there's more to it than just small details.
Is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons.
Okay, but is it going to be more like advanced warfare or close enough?
And this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
I mean, at some point they did change everything with Advanced Warfare, but okay.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
Wow, something they should have done before. Brilliant idea.
So you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere or finally put the mini-map in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome.
Does it though? Wait, haven't I seen this stage before?
6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
So I guess if you turn certain features off, you get better rewards? That'd be very ballsy.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige.
Oh, I gotta know more about this time.
Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6.
Is that so?
And are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through.
Well, shit. That's a lot of fucking work. The cheaters are definitely gonna have a field day with that.
Full prestige system is available on day 1 in Black Ops 6.
People who grind this game and cheat in this game are going to have a great time trying to get through those ranks. Here we go, more multiplayer.
How many of our players look forward to multiplayer?
Of course, every fucking time.
For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer.
Yes, please tell us more about Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer.
An engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and countering.
That would be a sniper.
Strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these playstyles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6.
Oh, so replay. I don't understand why the fuck they took it out before.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
It's not a new concept. That's happened before. Many games have done that.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Oh, please, enlighten me. What is it? Of course, it's about the goddamn zombies. Something I haven't even done yet in the games. I haven't played any of the zombie modes. Not yet. Someday, though. Hopefully. Okay, what's different this time?
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. There will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
All right then.
Now we know we only gave you a little taste.
A little taste? Are you fucking kidding?
Make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. months and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6. You can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself.
That's bold of you.
So much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months, and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about.
Live seasons?
Allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No. What about it?
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better.
Making it balanced and interesting?
We're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige. Then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement to shooting to footsteps to engagement systems to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies.
Yeah, let's see how that turns out.
To share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, bold of you to assume that, because I still don't have the other entries, and I'm worried about Activision not giving a shit about how the security vulnerabilities are. As long as there's people hacking these fucking games and accounts and so on, and there's harder ways of preventing people from doing other horrible kernel-activated shit, then yeah, it's gonna take a while. And no, I'm not pre-ordering. I haven't pre-ordered a single Call of Duty game. I don't have the other entries yet. They're too fucking expensive, and I just would rather want them to fix other shit first. What's this? Oh, right. Very, very interesting, but at the same time, very, very questionable. All right, I'm just gonna say that some of these games do have intrigue for me, but it's gonna be a while until some of these actually get into my library, and I'm gonna go into more explicit detail, not just about that, but many more. I just want to make sure that it gets to this ending first, but very, very different than the other thing that I saw. That is the end of the Xbox Game Showcase for 2024. That is until the next one arrives. Oh my god, there's so many things to say. So many things to say that I really need to get into. And this is great timing because, unfortunately, although this presentation did have some games that I was interested in, there are some other games that I am still questioning. I do feel that some of the games that they advertised could have been explained more. There's games in there that I don't think got fully my attention. The only reason why I say that is because they've spent more time on sharing the gameplay than they did with the stories, but I understand maybe because of the context of them wanting to share what the games are playing like before they get into anything else. But even more so, with all the time that they had here, I feel like they could have balanced it out more. And then of course the fact that some of these are expansions to games that do require me making an account for another website stuff like Blizzard. But until that happens, if that ever happens, and when that happens, especially with another Xbox Showcase presentation, possibly far into the future, who knows, next year or so, this was the Venturous Gamer, and I hope you've enjoyed your Venturous experience.
God damn it, Activision, fix every Call of Duty so they're safer to play.